biryani. So I started by frying some bay leaves and cinnamon, and then I added the meat and I added some spices to the meat. And I was also making sana, which is made from chickpea. So I added some onions with spices, like including turmeric powder, chili powder, curry powder, and I mixed it together. For the meat, I used dhania powder, coriander powder, cumin powder, and I also had some minced meat, which I added tomato sauce to. So this was when making the pilau rice for the biryani. So I started up by melting some ghee, and I added in some fennel seeds and some cardamom and some cinnamon sticks. I then added the rice, which I had just washed. And I gave it a mix. The meat was cooked, so I removed the meat from the sauce. This is because I had to just debone some of the meat. So then I added the sauce to the rice and I stirred it together. The rice was still cooking, it wasn't fully done cooking. So I deboned the meat and added it back in. I mixed it together. And then I added some of the fried onions. And this was the biryani finished. This was the next day. I fried up a keema paratha on the fry pan and I just cut it. I also made some bagels and I put butter on them and some hash browns. I also had a samosa left, so I just added it to my plate. I was just chopping up some salad. So here I was making some mince filled pastry using the mince I made yesterday. I just cut the pastry into 8 sections and I was planning to make 4 pastries. It's meat and I'm going to put it into the pre-cut pastries. I'm just going to make sure it's spread out evenly and making sure there's enough filling in each one. I'm not going to put too much near the sides because it will spill out. I think that's enough filling. Maybe a tiny bit more on this top. I'm going to do the same to all of them. And I'll try to fold one over first actually. So I'm just going to pat the sides down like so. And then I'm going to get a fork and go over it at the end. Okay, perfect. I'm going to do the same to the rest of them now. This meat smells really nice. Just going to move this so there's a bit more space and they don't get joined together. So next, with another sheet of pastry, I just cut it into smaller parts to make some dessert. So the dessert I was making was a custard slice. Once they were cut, I put some egg wash on it. I then made the custard on the cooker. I also made some onion bhajis. So I used chickpea flour, turmeric, I put some onions up and I mixed it all together, and I also had some coriander and green chilies in there too, and then I just put them into a shape and I just put them into the oil and waited for them to turn crispy and brown. Once they were crispy and brown, I drained the oil and took them out. They were very nice, warm and crunchy. also made a trifle using cake, jelly, custard, and I added cream and sprinkles. I cut up some fresh fruit, melons, strawberries and oranges, and this is how the pastries came out that I made earlier with the mince inside. After they were baked, this is how they turned out. And this was the custard slices with cream on top and the strawberries using the pastry that I cut out earlier and baked. We also had some mango lassi, and here are the fried onion bhajis with some samosas as well. There's the sana, the biryani with meat, and the fresh salad. After the dinner, there were 2 custard slices left, so I put them in a container to have later or tomorrow. These were just some of the gifts that we received. So we received some mishti, also known as Indian sweets. So it had a mixture of different ones, including gulab jam, the rasgulla and the khalazan. We got a really cute perfume set. It had tiny little perfumes of different scents. These were quite good for travelling, which are quite nice. A candle also, which smelled really nice. And a cute little lollipop made from white chocolate. And that is the end of the video. Please remember to like and subscribe for more. Thank you.